When I think of when we first brought my daughter Zoe home, when she was a newborn baby, she's 5 now, so 5 years ago, I remember the long list of things I thought we needed to be ready for a baby, right? The essential things that you need, and essentials in quotes because it's such a long list. And then you actually have the child and go, okay, I don't need most of this. But when we had a baby registry, we thought, okay, we need the Bob stroller, right? With the really big tires that you can go off-roading if you want to. We've got to have that. And we've got to have the right car seat, the car seat that's up to all the new government standards that come out every single week to make sure they're safe enough. We've got to have the right crib, the crib so down the line it can convert into a toddler bed when they're ready for that. You've got to have a whole set of bottles, all BPA free, of course. I mean, your list was so long for bringing a newborn child into the world. And Mary and Joseph had none of these things. Mary and Joseph were in a strange town where they didn't know anybody. They were in a stable, most likely filled with donkeys and sheep. And their crib for Jesus was actually a manger, which is an animal feeding trough. That was Jesus' first crib. None of this met their expectations for how they thought it should happen when you're bringing your first child into the world. And yet on this third Sunday in Advent, I find myself deeply admiring Mary and Joseph and what they went through for Jesus to come into the world and what they experienced on that very first Christmas. I bet it's different from what we think they experienced. I mean, think about the times where you see a nativity scene, whether it's in the front lawn of someone's house or when you see it online. I mean, if you just type in happy nativity, you know what shows up online? It's pictures like this. They all seem so happy, right? They're probably having a great time. And yet that's not reality. Reality is Mary and Joseph were probably cold and tired and scared when Jesus came into the world. That's what the first Christmas was like. But we can learn from them how even though none of their true expectations were met, they still found hope in their son and hope in that season.